Girl Skateboards in Torrance, California. Right. This is our front. Here's some of this work. This is Evan Heacock's one of his first series that he did for Chocolate, the City series. Come on upstairs.
Oh wow.
Here's a bunch of the jackasses we employ. This is like the upstairs, which is mostly, oh, watch out for the little guy. Whose dog is this? He's cool. We have this wall here where we usually put the new designs we're working on. And what we do is we let people come up and write their comments on the artwork. Oh, and this actually is the very first set of girl graphics, girl boards that in 1993 that we did. And I did these for Rick as a freelancer back then. And then about a year after the company started, I started full time. So they're 10 years old. There's the poster for Yeah Right. So here's some more of the older boards that we've kept just hanging. I mean, out of the hundreds and hundreds that we've done, these are probably some of our favorite ones. This is a series that Jeff McFetrich did for us early on with Chocolate before we hired Evan Heacock. Jeff did a lot of stuff for Chocolate, and we were really liked everything he did. So this is one of my favorites. It's another Heacock series. This one came from an animated intro that he did for one of the Chocolate movies, and then we decided to make it into a board graphic series too. So, the light works. And this is the warehouse. It's the back entrance to the warehouse. This is where the ping pong matches take place. That's Sam. Hello. Sam's the champ usually in ping pong.
Yeah.
But I see you don't have the trophy right now.
Yeah, I did lose it today.
Oh man, sorry.
Rick can get me once in a while.
So, there's more. You can take a peek in here. Is where it's the training facility for girl skate park. That's about it. That's the whole place. My name's Andy Jenkins. I'm the art director at Girl Skateboard Company, and been here for about 9 years now. The company's about 10 years old, so as you'll see when we wander around, there's quite a bit of junk from 10 years worth of work, from a bunch of different artists that have worked here over the years. Like in here, you kind of get an idea of how much the years have piled on, but a lot of the artwork's mine, and some of it's from people I've traded artwork with. Like here's a Neil Blender piece. Don Pendleton, this is me with Spike. I've known Spike since he was a kid. When we were both kids. I'm a little older than he is, but we worked together on magazines years and years ago. And here's some of the boards from Yeah Right that were destroyed in the process of the film. This is actually the magical board that's in the movie that breaks and then gets put back together. What else? Oh, the High Five's up the I-5 poster, which that's the tour that's leaving tomorrow. We try to do, that's one of the fun things we do at Girl, is creating the promotional stuff for any of the tours. That's always fun because we don't have a lot of design rules. So basically it's whatever we like, and we wind up doing a lot of pretty crazy stuff. Old board graphics from way back. Some of these. This is a girl graphic. It's not too old. Probably maybe 8 years old or so. I still have the original painting for this. It's in my son's room. This is an old board I did for Jason Lee. I used to do a lot of his graphics when he wrote for Blind. This is the first skateboard graphic I ever did. I was in junior high school. I was probably 13 years old, I think, when I did it. I made the board in wood shop and then painted the top of it. So it's got really old California freeformer trucks and wheels on it. It's from a plastic board that I had. Here's another of my boards for Girl that I did for Mike Carroll last year. And you can see some of my fine art starting to come through in the graphic art. It easily blends over, you know, graphic design to fine art for me. It doesn't always for everybody, but these two were part of a series that came out this year. First year I did everything freelance for Girl. I was working at Dirt magazine at the time, and then before Dirt folded I jumped ship and moved to Girl. And I've been here ever since. And started out with just me as the art person, like one person basically for a couple of years, and then got an intern from Cal Arts to come in, Bucky Fukumoto. And Bucky was here for years, and he wound up introducing us to some of the greatest people we could have, you know, met to come in and work. And then now we have, let's see, there are 6 of us in-house artists. And we use outside people all the time too, so there's just tons of work that we're cranking out all the time. And my first job was actually as a writer for a BMX magazine. Still raced BMX occasionally until I was probably in my mid-20s, but mostly it was skateboarding and playing in bands. And eventually it turned into Dirt magazine with Spike Jones and Mark Luman. The 3 of us got together and started that because we'd worked together at Wizard Publications, freestyle magazine, freestyling. And after you know, years of doing that together, we decided to stay together as a team because we were good friends and we wanted to keep working together. So we started Homeboy magazine under the Wizard banner. And then after Homeboy folded, we kind of went off on our own for a little while, and then we got back together to do Dirt, and we did Dirt for a few years before that folded. So we got really good at killing magazines for a while there, because we also did Grand Royal, and that one went down after a while too. But and then eventually Spike and Rick and Megan Baltimore and Mike Carroll started Girl Skateboards, and I got involved with that too, you know, because I basically was friends with all of them, and they needed an art director, and I loved skating, and it was my chance to really become involved with skateboarding full time, you know, which was a good move on my part because I've been here ever since, so it's good. Now this is the kind of the precursor to Dirt that we did with Wizard Publications back in 1988. So we did this one first, and after this one died, after 7 issues as well, then we started Dirt magazine. Lots of good skate photography. And Spike shot almost all the photographs in these magazines. This is one of the issues of Dirt magazine. I think it was the first one. But it was a great experience for us because we met great people, you know. Got to meet the Beastie Boys, and Spike became pretty close collaborators with them after that, and also Sonic Youth and Mike Watt of the Minutemen. And well, as a kid growing up, I was always attracted to Los Angeles because of my interests were bicycle motocross, skateboarding, motocross, and all of those things. The epicenter of every one of those things was in Southern California, in Los Angeles. Where I live, actually, it's a little town called San Pedro. It's part of Los Angeles, but it's a completely separate entity, and it's not part of the weird Hollywood hype end of it at all. I don't know, none of this is making any sense. It's a really strange little community, but that's my favorite part of Los Angeles right now. This is our house in San Pedro. Downstairs is where my wife and I do our work. So My wife works at home. She has a business doing children's clothing. So she takes up most of the space, and then I get delegated to the back room. Usually I'll paint on the floor or on the table, depending on how I feel. You know, put them together. So like this one's basically ready to go for. I'll come in and do like a final, like the line work here. What I'll do is I'll create this base, you know, with collage with all the pieces of paper that I've collected over years, and then paint, you know, a really nice clean line over top. But a lot. I have just box loads of collected paper scraps from years of whatever. You know, I won't usually draw directly on the canvases or whatever you want to call these, the boards. What I'll do is I'll take drawings that I've already done and glue them on here, like on this one. You can see, you know, there's little pieces of scraps here that I'll take, like a sticker from a piece of luggage, and on pages from Japanese design magazine that you guys probably know. Well, these were a series I did a while ago, and these actually hang in my son's room, usually. That's it. It's a tiny room. So I could show you, let's go outside. This is Kelly, my wife.
Yeah, we met yesterday. Hi.
She's wearing one of my shirts, actually.
This is an Andy Jenkins shirt. Ruby.
The smoking bird. We try to describe that to my son as an anti-smoking t-shirt.
Yes, it's an
but
anti-smoking
he wasn't buying
t-shirt.
it. Yeah, this is San Pedro. This is where we live. But this is the race bike. This is the motorcycle that I race every other weekend. So this is the racing club that I'm in, basically. It's called the Over the Hill Gang, and so the 38 means 38 years old, which is me, 38, and that's my number, 557. And this is my son's bike. It's a little mini version of what I have, basically. A little tiny Honda. Let's see. Hey Mueller, you got a second?
Yep.
You want to meet these guys?
Sure.
This is Andy Mueller, who's been working with Lakai since the very beginning.
Hi, my name is Andy Mueller, and I work at Girl Skateboards as the art director of Girl Skateboards shoe company, Lakai Limited Footwear. We started Lakai about 3.5 years ago, and I do everything. I've pretty much done everything for the company since it began. Everything from drawing the logo and all of the logos and word marks to doing all of the t-shirt graphics and catalogs and ads and posters and tour posters and pretty much everything that has to do with the company except for the actual shoe design. I think I've done probably about maybe about 50 to 60 boards already for Girl. And then here's a few boards that I've done that I had in a show in Japan at the Rocket Gallery. There was a show called Skate on the Wall. And so besides working here full-time, I also do my own studio, which is called Ohio Girl Design. Here's just a portion of my my CD graphic design work. So this is one of my favorite series that I've done for a band called National Skyline. This is one of my all-time favorite projects, a band called Isotope on Thrill Jockey Records out of Chicago. Here's another project I did for Thrill Jockey. This is a band called Trans Am. And I got to work really closely with the band on this one and develop this really abstract, almost Atari-style video game graphics. And then the other project that I do is called The Quiet Life, and that's a t-shirt company that I started in 1997 while I still lived in Chicago. And that's a small company that is distributed by 2K. I've got quite a funny little camera collection of all of these, like, This is my Pen F camera. It's a half frame camera. There's another Pen F, a slightly different model. A couple Diana cameras. There's a really funny camera that shoots 4 photos at one time. It's a little Lomo camera. There's another Lomo. Here's a Holga that I've actually modified myself. I took the insides out and rearranged the way that the shutter works to hold open to be a bulb camera. Here's another funny little Lomo. I've had to put tape on this one because the front of it fell off. Here's a really fun pinhole camera. I shoot this one quite a bit. This is one of my favorite photos I've taken. It was used on a catalog cover. I really like how it's an urban landscape with a couple of the riders hidden in the photograph. This is Mike Carroll, and here is Keenan Milton. It kind of goes along with that same series I was talking about earlier, where it's a skateboarder in a large environment. And this is Rudy Johnson, who's a really well-known pro rider for our company, Girls Skateboards. I just really enjoy what I do, and I like to do graphic design, and I like to do photography, and it's really nice to have a job and people that respect both mediums and be able to some days do graphic design and other days be able to jump back to photography. It's really nice to be able to use both mediums and, you know, explore new directions and be able to experiment in both graphics and photography. So I mean that's like, I mean, something I just definitely want to add, and I want to thank the owners of Girls Skateboards for letting all of us here in the art dump just kind of experiment and progress and get better. So thank you.
Hi, my name's Rick Howard. I'm from Vancouver, Canada.
My name is Mike Carroll. I'm from San Francisco now in LA.
We're professional skateboarders, and we helped start this company with Megan Baltimore and Spike Jones. That's what we do. This is Mike's new invention right here. It hasn't really hit LA yet, but it's called the Coil Rock, and something he's been patenting right now. It's patent pending, Mike Carroll invention. Do you want to see him try it? He's good at it. Try it.
Oh, see, I can't do it.
Watch the photo.
Come on. I can do it.
I'll try it. Let's see. To go on tomorrow morning, going up to Canada for 10 days, and it's high fives up the I-5. It's basically, we just came out with our video, our Yeah Right video, and now a lot of the shops are requesting us to do demonstrations and want to see the people that were in the video. So we're doing different road trips and tours to help promote, and that's one of them.
And the I-5 is the freeway that we'll be taking.
Mike's going to be pitching his coil board, so he's going to be bringing that with him.
We'll be promoting that coil board.
On a 7-day cruise in Louis Vuitton shoes with floozies by the tubes. The good life, talking about the good life. Live it up for a little while, then go to the hood to get a good wife and settle down. But for now, I'm studying down. Refuse to allow myself to live foul like when I was sniffing pals. Still got trials and tribulations. Refinement from cultivation takes patience. I'm waiting, paper chasing to get a place like Peyton. Politicking, interfacing, business relations. Built the empire from the underground, then retire. Who said I was on crack? You the motherfucking liar. See me in the trench coat, but missed the joke. So fuck the host. My mission is this: get in position to assist my folks. Huh? Get in position to assist my mother, my mother, and my auntie, and my uncle, my folks. You know? Today What you gon' do? Today's your payday. What you gon' do? Today's your day, baby. What you gon' do? Today's your day, baby. What you gon' do?
I know, what do I know? Ducking 5-0, puffin' throw, tryna die slow, wicked fly flow.
Intimate verses that hit surface with quick service, but never nervous in this big circus. A quick purchase of green foliage and clean bowl hits. Redeems focus when the scene's hopeless. Supreme dopeness on plain paper for you plan rapers. This landscape is papers, abrasive as sandpaper. Don't try to fan papers, you caught this onslaught. Reform start, the poems you perform be pure slop. For sure, shot out handcuffer. Word buffalo, heard enough of the bullshit. You nerd suck about the back gate. Lyrics so pregnant we lactate. Get your facts straight. We stack papes and crack plates over wax snakes who pack hate. They lack faith while tuna and fat lip put you in a relaxed state like
Day to day, baby. What you gon' do? Today's your payday. What you gon' do? Today's your day, baby. What you gon' do? Today's your payday. What you gon' do?
Everybody sing along. Now come on now.
Today's your day, baby. What you gon' do? Today's your day, baby.
Which ones did you get? Good. My new shoe for Lakai, and Andy did the insole art. As you can tell, it kind of fits everything he does.
This is kind of cool. Look.
Yeah, so it's like a two-piece.
This is not a roll bunny company. See, look. Girl skateboards are cool.
We should have these kids
Yeah.
CEO thing
Want a
yesterday.
t-shirt?
Yeah, sweet. Kind of it.
We're going on tour. See you on the road, man.
Here's our ammo.
take deodorant.
What's that? Yeah.
Crap. Shove it in here.
All right. We're picking up the rest of the guys, headed down north.
Hey, see you. I love you too, man. Get out.
All right, Bobby. Thanks.
It's about a gun, it's about a knife, it's about the world. Standing right before us, just for the sun. I've heard it all before. My general starts to rise. I begin to cover my eyes on the body.
Put it in the backpack, though. Backpack.
How's his back? Nice.
This is Mike Carroll's place. This is where he lives. This is where he spends a lot of hours on Fred's trip. All right, we're going to pick up Ty. We've just picked up Mike. Things are going smoothly. We're on schedule. This is Ty Evans.
Hi.
That's Get Right Entertainment Studios right there. That's what right there. Well, half full, got a couple more guides to go, and we'll be on our way to Vancouver, Canada for our High Fives on the I-5 tour. This is how we do it, pack up and do our thing.